Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Kings and Queens of Africa. We want to thank you for stopping in and joining us, and we hope that our topic today will really awaken you and open up your mind to make you think about our situation that we live in and what we need to do to change it. Because we seem to have forgot that change is something that's needed in this world. We're so busy today running around trying to look pretty, but not spending enough time trying to be pretty inside. Anyway, let us get off into our topic today. We got some great things for you to listen to, so join us. And thank you once again. This is the Queens and Kings of Africa, out of the African people of love. We originated and started right there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, back in 2007. And we're still alive to this very day. We are nationwide, global wide. But we are a small few, even though we're many. So please, join in, sit at the round table with us, and if you feel like what we're offering is what you desire, then come and join hands with us and let us walk in the same direction. Peace and love.
In the school system. So if the streets can outlove you, shut up. If the streets show more attention than you gotta be quiet. When was the last time the minute Cameron Crowe took a young man by the hand that wasn't your child and told him you love him? If you ain't never did it, you ain't got nothing to say. When was the last time you seen men, before there was a murder, before there was something violent happen, walk the streets and just go say, I love you? You want to know why your daughters act the way that they do? Because they can't be themselves with you. Our children can't be themselves, they can't tell the truth. So they hide behind the mask. Yes, you love sex. 16, 17 years old. Yes, you love porn. 16, 17 years old. She a victim of it, but you don't know it. She done been raped, but she can't tell mama because mama act like she don't care. Mama told her, girl, nobody wants you. Your boyfriend did. Your husband did. So she gotta hide her pain behind a mask. Do you even know your children? Do you even know who your children are for real? Do you even know your students? Or is it just the fact that I gotta feed and clothe them, or I'm just a teacher to get a check? So guess what? She told her friends about the sex and about the porn. And she passed it down to her friends in school. And guess what happened to them? The conversation about sex led to 2 teens getting pregnant. Dropping out of school. Pregnant together. By kids who don't know how to be fathers that ain't got fathers. Some of you women, you get on my nerve because you know that the man don't take care of his kids and you still pushing them out. I dare not ever raise my daughters to be with a man if he got kids before you and don't take care of them him and you let him lay down with you. Then we got the church with nobody like to talk about. This is how the church look today. I don't care how big your church is. I don't care how many millionaires in your church. Because first off, if my church got that many millionaires, why we ain't in the communities and putting the money where the people need it the most? Talk about we love God. We don't love God, we love us. How you can love God with all that money you got in the bank and see people hurting, impoverished, and in pain, and yet you can dress the part, but you don't have no love in your heart. This is how the churches really look. Dead. She looked like she loved God, huh? But on the inside, this is what you got. A dead woman. Full of religion. You want to know why young people don't want to go to church? Because they hate faith. Young people know what's real and know what's not. That's why I love the millennials. Because they'll tell you their truth. That's fake. Let them be real. How many pastors reached out to the person that got murdered family? Or to the one that did the murder, if y'all know? How many preachers? Why the preachers can't get in the street? Why we can't get the black and the white preachers, the Baptist, the Catholic, the Protestant, the Presbyterian, the Kojic? Why we can't get them? Let me tell you why. Because we ain't doing God's thing, we doing our thing. That's why they don't want to come together. If they church name ain't in life, they don't want to come together. It's a lot of people that look like this don't miss heaven because they sweated they love God. If you love God, everything about you would say, God, show me what to do and how to do it. Or connect me to somebody that know what to do so that I can be a part of it. Karen Crow, if you're going to see your city change, it's going to take every single last one of you that's in this community. Rich, poor, black, white, it don't matter. See, the problem is separation. The problem is separation. She was called a slut, and she held on to it. She was called an addict. She held on to it. Somebody called her ugly. She held on to it. She was labeled as broke. She held on to it. And her whole life, she walked around with these scars. So she put this mask on to hide the pain. And y'all thought that when she smiled, she was really smiling. No, it was a smile to cover up the pain. So wait, hold up. What are you getting at? You got these kind of women and men having babies. So what you think her child gonna be given? Son, broke, a nobody, ugly. You got broke people having children. And when I say broke, I don't mean money broke, I mean spiritually broke. So when you give birth as a broken woman, you give birth to a broken child. For so many years, we've seen this. Not every cop is crooked. Not every cop is racist. But we know that we deal with it. And we ain't gonna hide it. Yes, we still face racism in America. Yes, we still face racism in Acadiana. Yes, we still face racism in our schools, in our homes. And if y'all have nigger conversations, you're the problem. If you are a Caucasian brother or sister out here today and you can be around people that have nigger conversations, you're the freaking problem. And if you African American and you can have cracker and honky conversations, you're the problem. We got some of our people that's in position and in power that was never shown love and was raised by racist people. But then let's turn the narrative. We got some of our own kind, of our own kids, of our own babies, who think that they're above the law, who think that they're bigger than the law. You don't want them dead? Give them something to live for. What does Cameron Crowe got for the youth? What do Lafayette got for the youth? What do you got for your kids to do outside of going to school if they ain't in sports? And they ain't in sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What do you have? Social media is raising most of your babies anyway. TikTok, they daddy. Snapchat, they mama. Instagram, they grandparents. Because grandparents ain't grandin' no more. They're getting younger and younger and younger. He killed him just because he felt like it. Got so angry, I want to catch a body. It's funny to me, you want to catch a body, but you don't want to catch the time they come with the body. Tell your children the truth. Tell your sons the truth. Y'all ain't raising real men because they scared to get hit. They scared to fight. They scared to fight. You want to see a gangster? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. If your son's scared to put the gun down and fight, I'm telling you right now, when they get to Angola, you got a daughter. You got a daughter. Tell them the truth. Tell them it's a real booty bandits waiting. As soon as you get out the chain, you got to drop all your clothes in front of everybody. So for all y'all that been to the penitentiary, tell them the truth, because I've been there. I've been there. And if you're scared on the streets, you're going to be a sheep in there. You scared to get hit? You scared to get a broke jaw? You scared to get a bust nose? Or you going to get something else when you get in there? We the new KKK. We the new Ku Klux Klan. Ain't no white person gotta kill us. He killing us. He didn't know what he taught his son would lead to his son getting killed. So he was a killer without a gun. You told your daughter she'll never amount to nothing. You're a KKK. You're a killer. You just ain't got a weapon. The weapon is your mouth. They wanted to be somebody, so they seen mama. All mama ever wanted was D-boys. For y'all women out there, you young girls, all you want is a D-boy. What happens when you get caught with the dope? What happens when you get caught with the dope? What happens when you waiting on him to come get you and he never show up? That's the story right here. Tell them the truth about their daddy. Tell them the truth about their uncles. Y'all scared to tell y'all kids the truth? You want to know why we got a generation of kids that don't know which way they going? Because we ain't never healed. We ain't never fixed us. You don't think they see you beefing? You're 50 years old talking about what you want to do somebody on Snapchat and on Instagram. And let me know that we still ain't learned how to communicate. If I got a problem with you, I ain't going to nobody else, bro. I'm coming to you, King. I'm real enough to face whoever it is I got an issue with. And I'm real enough to face them without us having a fight. I know how to talk. I'm intelligent enough to have a conversation. I'm also intelligent enough to know if I offended you, there ain't nothing wrong with me saying I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? So now, he owes some apologies to some people. Because his whole life was lived giving the wrong advice. ain't just in the black community. She was battered. Went through a divorce. Got low self-esteem because she was called names in school and even called names by her parents. I just want to know one thing. Why does it take killing and murder to wake us up? Why does it take violence for black and white people to be on the street together? Why does it take babies dying for y'all to listen to something worthwhile? Some of y'all daddies, some of y'all kids' daddies is NBA young boy too. The solution, give it to you. Never thought you would see black men in Ku Klux Klan fits, huh? We killing us. We the new Klansmen. Somebody told him he was a gangster, so he put a rag around his face because he thought that he was a Crip. If we don't start beating the devil the hell out of our children and snatching everything off of our darn children that the enemy has tied around them and called them to see that they ain't nothing of what the devil said. Give me that gun. The funeral is canceled. Start telling other police officers, Chief, I don't care who it is. I don't care how long they've been on the force. If they wrong, they wrong. Put that gun down. The funeral is canceled. You ain't no killer, and you ain't gonna be around here killing our babies. We need officers that love our children, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, it don't matter. We don't need nobody racist in no type of office. We got racist pastors. And I ain't talking about just white, I'm talking about black on black. You ain't no slut. You ain't no addict. You ain't ugly. You ain't broke. You may have been abused. And I come to tell you that I serve a God that can heal every piece of hurt on the inside of you. Take that mask off. You can be you. The funeral is canceled. Want to know the solution? You ain't gonna die like that. Y'all don't talk to y'all kids, huh? Y'all don't talk like this. If my son was running in a gang, if he was running with dudes that was great, I'm going to chase the car down to the end. I'm going to chase the car down. I don't care if I got a car's a wreck. I'm going to wreck that car. I'm going to wreck the car. I'm going to grab the gun. I'm throwing the gun. I'm going to call the cop. Chief, I got the gun. My son, get you out of that car. I'm telling y'all that I love you. You ain't die like this either. Even though you're not my child. Get up. The funeral is canceled. We got to start saving our children by force. You ain't no gangster. That ain't even who you is. You don't even know how to spell gangster. Give me that gun. You're going back to school, and you're going to do your work. You're going to play football like you've been dreaming of doing, and that's exactly what we're going to stand behind you as you do. The funeral is canceled. Get up, and you ain't going to die like that either. Y'all ain't parenting. Y'all ain't parenting. They say stick with your own kind. Baby, let me tell you, if a Chinese man loves you better than a black one, marry the Chinese, you heard me? Because if all the black one do is bust your eye and bust your nose, and the Chinese man love you, you better learn Chinese. Get up, the funeral is canceled. You don't stick with your kind, you stick with what love you. Basketball player, you're not a killer. I know that they ain't never came to your games, but I'll come. I know that nobody ain't never told you how proud of you they are, but I'm telling you right now. And if for every A you make, I'm taking you out to do something. For every time you bring a good report card, I promise you, I'm going to reward you. Give me that gun. The funeral is canceled. And you ain't gonna die. Get up. Look at somebody and tell them I'm sorry. Y'all gonna know what I'm saying in a minute. Everybody out here, look at somebody and say I'm sorry. Watch this. Tell somebody you're sorry for real. Look them in the eyes. It may not be somebody that you've done something to. I'm gonna help you. I'm about to help you. Tell somebody you're sorry. Everybody here. Now watch this. Tell them this. Tell them this. If I ever did you something, look at somebody and say, if I ever did you something. Look at them in their eyes. If I ever did you something, I'm apologizing right now. And I want you to know, I love you. I love you. Now say, forgive me. Come on, look at him and say, forgive me. Okay, now watch this. Here's what I just done. Here's what I just done. I made you apologize for the person that you're not. Just in case they was carrying hurt from somebody that abused them. You just apologize on behalf of their abuser and freed them from having to pack all of that the rest of their life. Somebody needs to just say, I'm sorry. You gonna dance again? You ain't gonna be no porn addict. You ain't no stripper. You ain't gonna be possessed by nothing. We're gonna get you the help you need. We're gonna get you the counseling, the therapy. We know that you've been abused. But baby, God can use you. Because God can use what they throw away. The funeral is canceled. Take the man's off. And we rebuke teen pregnancy. Y'all going to school. You're gonna graduate. You're gonna go to college. When you have a baby, you're gonna have a baby by your husband. Come on, we're going to break this thing. We're going to break this curse. You ain't going to be on welfare. You ain't going to live off the government the rest of your life. Come on, get up. The funeral is canceled. We don't. I don't know. I had a talk with my church today, if I could be honest with y'all. I had a talk with my church and it was hurtful. It was a bit touchy. And some people would say that's confidential, you know, but sometimes you just gotta, you know, I've asked for help out of the community for many, many years with the work that I do. I've been doing this for over 12 years, not only in Louisiana, but state to state for anybody that follow me. And I asked help from the, as we so-call it, Christian community, because I deal with a lot of people that don't have a lot. So they look at our church like we ain't really nothing. Black people too, black pastors too. I ask for help. They laugh. Say, oh, we ain't helping him. I told my church today, if God don't do a miracle, our doors closing soon. But I'ma still do what I do because I love God. Now, we don't have what these big churches have. Because I swear on everything I love, if I had the money these big churches have, I would already got a building for our youth. I'll be doing so much in the community, especially where the people are hurting. I'll be visiting y'all. Y'all ain't got to pay me nothing. I'll be doing what I need to do for y'all kids without any type of dollars. But I just don't have it like that. Ain't nobody booked me to come out here. I get booked for this. I can't because I love you. I can't because I love you. I can't because I love your children. I can't because I love the community. I can't because somebody got to speak what's real. Look at the laws and the bills that are passing. Our babies are about to be lost forever. No parole, no probation, it's over. You better tell your kids that the system is set up to fail them. And I don't care what they say. Beat the hell out of your children. Because you beat them because you love them. When they get in prison, they gonna beat them because they look at them like dogs. I hate the system. Because they'll come and arrest you for beating your child. because you love them. But let your child look like they're about to resist an arrest, and the police can beat the hell out of them, and they say it's legal. You are beautiful. God loves you. God designed you. And ain't nothing nobody can take away from you. I promise you, this your last year ever feeling like you got to kill yourself. A funeral is canceled. Mental health. Mental health is an issue that we seldomly want to discuss and talk about. It used to be frowned upon in the black community, but now you got more black people killing themselves and committing suicide and dealing with depression and going to institutions. You know why? Because it was never a white issue. It's a people's issue. It was never a race issue. It's a people's issue. We all deal with it. You don't know what your children are dealing with. When was the last time y'all had a meal at the dinner table without phones? Without cell phones? When was the last time y'all fed each other and you didn't let your child go in the room to eat? We gonna eat like a family. When? You know why we don't do it? Because we dysfunctional. We dysfunctional. You let your child fix their plate, go in their room, lock the door, and eat without you. I remember a time when you was at my grandmother's house, everybody gonna eat together. Your children run you. That's the problem. To the school system. I love the fact that we got teachers and faculty that care. No disrespect, and I'm not trying to promote myself, but you need some of this in the school. You need some real, raw, uncut truth in the schools. I asked Amelia Parish a long time ago, let me adopt a program and bring it to the school system. They said no. I said, y'all telling me no. When I leave out of Abbeville, watch the murder rate go up. And I guarantee you, Abbeville was a slaughterhouse. Because if you don't want God, you already invite the devil into wherever you say, I don't want God. I speak and prophesy over your life that this is going to be the best year of your life. And God is going to send people around you that love you for you. Get up. The funeral is canceled. This is what we do in the community all day long. We see people like this, we walk over. All day long, we see people like this, we walk over. Some of you out here was ex-addicts. Some of you out here might be squeaky clean today, baby. But if you want to tell the truth about the things that you've done that nobody's seen but God, you know that your life ain't always been clean. You know that if it wasn't for God, then some of us as adults, we wouldn't be here. Some of us are ex-felons too. Some of our children don't know who their parents really were. But I dare you to begin to love on the community as a whole. You want these kids to love on each other? Let them start seeing us love on each other. You ain't no addict. You ain't gonna die with no needle in your arm. As I take the needle out, I'm taking it out of your mind too. And I speak life to you. I speak back to life. And the breath of God be upon you. Get up. The funeral is canceled. For every man that's out here, every man and every boy, after I do this, I want you to do something for me. All of y'all that's in the funeral is canceled, turn around and face them. Give yourself a bow for coming out here with me today. Y'all can go clean up. For every man outside of the people that's with me, for every boy, I want y'all to come here right now. Every man and every boy, come under the tape right now. Every male that's out here under the sound of my voice, come now. If y'all got some sons out there, send them. I'm talking to, look. Come on, I want him. I don't care if one of y'all got to bring him. Come on, you can bring him. Come with him. You can stand right there with him. I don't want, we ain't leaving none out. We ain't leaving none out. But I want everybody to do it. To the men that's out here right now, and the young boys, look at somebody next to you and say, I love you. Look them in the eyes and say, I love you. Let's start with that first. If you can't look seriously at them and say, I love you, we got a problem. I love you, baby.
I love all y'all.
We got a problem. Chief, I love you. First and foremost, I'm addressing this. We are not niggas. We are kings. Some of you can't clap because you don't like it. If you don't like it, come see Chief. If you don't like a man this color calling us a nigga, we gotta stop calling each other niggas. I don't care that your favorite rapper use it all the time. Let me introduce this and say this. I know that it is a cultural thing, but some cultural things need to be broken. What would happen if I didn't call him my little nigga, but called him my little prince that's soon one day to be a king? The word nigga is a word used to describe ignorance. So it got white niggas, Hispanic niggas, Chinese niggas, Mexican niggas. It wasn't described to use a black as for blacks until it was in slavery. But guess what, baby? We are not slaves. We are kings, and we are more than conquerors. And we gotta start loving each other as that. I want to tell you how you can change the community. It's gonna start with me. I want to tell you how young girls are going crazy because they kill each other, because they are the heads of something. And when the devil can get to the head, he can destroy the whole house. That's why. That's why. You want to know what the solution is? Every man begin to be a father to the boys out there that are fatherless. Every church come together and let's do something bigger than your service, bigger than your revival, bigger than just your people, bigger than just your house. You are heads. They gotta be raised to be heads. I got a text from a woman that worked for Slimco yesterday in my inbox. She said, hey, did you come pay a light bill the other day and left out saying that you love me? I said, no, ma'am, it wasn't me. She said, you got a twin. I said, what's my son? Carrying the torch of telling random people, I love you. She said, he made my day. Before he left, he said, I love you. He taught my parents to come in the king, to feel love, you don't love him much as you don't love me. I'm loving you because first off, God loved me. And you are made in the likeness and the image of God. Yes. Hold each other's hand. Everybody, every man right here, grab somebody's hand. Look at the person hand you're holding. Look them in the eyes straight like a king. and say, if I never tell it to you again, I love you for being here today. If I never tell it to you again, you are a king and royalty. You will not die before your time. God has designed for you to rule with power and dominion. I respect, love, and honor you, King. Like I want to change something in front of y'all, and then tonight be acting gangster, talking like a gangster. I'm me everywhere I go. I done been in hoods all across the country. No gun, ex-felon, been to prison, tried to commit murder in Abbeville, did all of that. And I vowed, God, if you ever let me come out of this prison, I'll never be the same again, and I'm going back home and tell the people about the dangers of crime and where it could lead you. And for the last 17 years, I've been on this mission. And I refuse to let go till the day that I die. I'll be doing what I do now because I love you that much. If we ever can get together, if y'all want to see change in the community, it don't have to be me leading it. I know the solution, though. And sometimes we don't like to be a follower of certain things because you're going to hear negative stuff about me. Yeah, I used to do this. Yeah, I used to do that. But who am I today? All right. Because every last person out here got a pass. And with that being said, before I end it on the note that I want to end it on, I'm going to get ready to allow Chief to speak. And then any community leaders in here, I see my big brother Josh. Man, I see Pastor Vernon. I love him so much. Man, and there's a many of more out here that we would like to acknowledge. And I thank God for you. Give yourself a hand clap for coming out here. It should be packed. Because a life is taken. It should be much more. No disrespect, but I always say, if Black Lives Matter, why black people don't come together when a life is taken? They don't talk from inside their house. But I tell anybody in their face, if you wasn't there to do something about it, shut up. Don't call me, don't ask me. Don't ask me to call. What you gonna do? If my son kills somebody, and I know you killed him, I'm not hiding you. Boy, you going to jail. Call it what you want. I'm not harboring no fugitive. You going to jail. Especially if it wasn't in self-defense. You wanted to be dangerous. Some of y'all know exactly what happened. Some of y'all know who did it. Some of y'all know why they did it. And you ain't going to say nothing. You're the problem. You're the problem. If you love your family that much, bust them up about the dangers of it before it get to this. If you love your children that much, how you can be a real parent and your 15-year-old can come in at 2 and 3 in the morning? Yes. How you can be a parent and you don't know where your 16-year-old daughter is at 12 o'clock at night? Shut up, you ain't no parent. You ain't roommate. We can change it. We can change it. If every man out here is ready to change the culture and the nature of how we look at each other, then before I leave, I would like to have everybody's number, and I'm going to find out how serious you are about change. Because guess what? I'm one person. I can only do so much by myself. But boy, what if they see us together all the time as much as possible, and we start grabbing these young kids, grabbing these young boys, grabbing these young girls, and guess what? Start mentoring them and start showing them what life really look like. Because guess what? We done been down some of these roads. Chief, thank you so much for allowing me to come. Thank you for calling me. The conversation was beautiful. I love you. I honor you. And I'm glad to be here in your city today. Would you like to speak to your community? Thank you so much.